So taking a stand. We all hear these words, and we are fully capable of understanding what they mean. We may think we take a stand in our daily lives when we raise our hand in class, send food back if it's not what we ordered, or even take a different road than everyone else going home. We all share our opinion and act on what our ambition is telling us. But there's so much more to this phrase, taking a stand, than just words. So much more than just a quick little decision. Taking a stand means giving a piece of ourselves to society, to the dream that one day in this great world, everyone will feel safe to express their opinions and make the right decisions. Although a world like this seems to be such a far-off reality, there are many people in history who have put us just a little bit closer. They did the right thing even when no one else would. Today, I'm asking you to travel back to World War II with me, and I would like you to look at a man. A man who was not being affected at all by the horrors before his eyes, yet felt compelled to step in and do something. A man who could have just blended in with his peers and simply turned the other cheek when he knew what was going on. A man who risked the possibility of losing everything, and in the end, he did. This man was Oscar Schindler, and he took the ultimate stand in history. Let's start off with a little background on who Oscar Schindler was. Oscar Schindler was an enamelware industrialist during the Second World War and was an avid supporter of the Nazi Party. Now, I'm sure you all just experienced a moment of confusion and are wondering if you heard me right. But yes, Oscar Schindler was a supporter of the Nazi regime. And he had previously worked for the Nazi intelligence agency, Abwehr. Looking at this man, no one would have ever guessed that as he danced with his wife at dinner parties and built his prosperous fortune, that in the future he would have a drastic change of heart. This change of heart came when he learned the horrors that those of Jewish belief would soon come to encounter at concentration and death camps. When Oscar Schindler saw what was happening, he knew it was his time to step in. He turned his factory into a Jewish safe haven, providing his workers with not only jobs, but giving them food, clothing, and shelter. And he employed men, women, and children. That is, if you could call them employees. You see, Schindler had to keep lists of all his workers, but to beat the system, he would change their personal information to make it more believable. For example, he may add 20 years to the age of a toddler and give them a paid job title, such as a metal polisher. His first factory was located in Krakow, and he successfully hid his Jewish workers there for a while. However, using his connections to the party, he learned that if he stayed there, he would soon be discovered, and his workers would be sent to the concentration camp of Plaszow, where they would have met an unspeakable death. To continue to save these precious lives, Oscar Schindler relocated his factory to Brunlitz. This was no easy task to pack up everything you had known and move it to a completely different spot, but to him, it was absolutely worth it. On the way to his new factory, however, a train full of his female workers was intercepted, and they were taken to the camp perhaps most famous for its brutality out of all of them, Auschwitz. After spending nearly a month there, Oscar Schindler was able to bribe camp officials using diamonds and black market goods into letting his workers go. This event is so important because it's what is mainly attributed to his bankruptcy. By the end of this long and devastating war, Oscar Schindler was credited with saving the lives of over 1,200 Jewish citizens. He was willing to risk everything, and ultimately, he did. Dying homeless, alone, and penniless, Oscar Schindler was still content with his decision to intervene. When asked why he felt the need to step in when he learned what was going on, he responded with something so simple, so powerful, yet so beautiful. He said, "I was now resolved to do everything in my power to defeat the system." This man took the ultimate stand by simply respecting human life, even though he had nothing at all to gain by doing so. He dug deep beyond the wants of society because he wanted more than just popularity, fame, and riches. He wanted equality, and he wanted everyone in this world to be given the love and respect he knew they deserved. Oscar Schindler took a stand even when it demolished his own life because he saw the horror, he saw the pain, and he wanted it to end. This man didn't just give a piece of himself to this fight, He gave all of himself. If this is not considered taking a stand, I don't know what would be. You know, Oscar Schindler gives us a lot to think about. He saw unjustified, ruthless murder, and he stopped it, but at the cost of giving up everything. Would you?